certain things because it's going to make me get very anxious.
That's fair. There's been a lot of stuff happening in the world recently. And
But
so,
this is supposed to be our escapism.
this is our escapism. Yeah, for 100%. I really don't like that I have to look so far up to look into the camera, but it is what it is. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. This is a running start. He's got the Bob's Burgers hat on.
Mhm.
I've actually been watching Bob's Burgers. I'm in like season 2, I think.
I think I watched up to like season 4 and then I stopped. Not because it's a bad show. I just stopped
Yeah.
watching TV altogether.
Oh, wait, I could have sworn Bob's Burgers was like your favorite show of all time.
I love Bob's Burgers. I just have a problem with watching TV.
Oh, I see. I mean, there are like 16 seasons or something like that. There's a lot
As there
of
should
episodes.
be. It's a goated show.
It's not bad. It's pretty fun. There's definitely I recognize so many of the voice actors on there that it's
Yeah.
like these people are like they're the best. The OG.
Also, apologies, audience. I just got home from doing a work emergency, and I haven't eaten yet, so you will see me eating.
Yeah, he's munching down. We are actually recording this about an hour and a half later than we usually do, mainly
Yeah.
because
I had to go do a work emergency.
yeah, exactly. I actually thought about I ate before while I was waiting for you, and
Your
thought
camera
about
quality
bringing
is ass.
my camera quality.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for me.
Oh, maybe it's not in the long run. It is for me.
I think doesn't it upload separately so they don't
I
look
think
too
so.
bad? Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll find out later.
We're gonna find out.
We should probably
yeah.
start watching these, huh?
I watched back the ones that were live, at least a couple of minutes of them, just to make sure that
Fair
I
enough.
didn't screw anything up,
Uh-oh.
But I thought about bringing on my snack that I'm going to be eating later today,
Mhm.
but I thought it would be too depressing for everybody out there to see.
What's your snack?
Raw green beans. I wanted to get some more fiber in my diet. Green beans are really low in calories and they're high in fiber.
Listen.
Mhm.
People eat like snap peas and edamame all the time. Those are basically just green beans.
He was basically edamame. Yeah, it's peas in their pod, and you just eat the whole thing,
Mhm.
and it's good for you. It's soluble and insoluble fiber. I tell you, man, I know everything. Why am I holding these scissors? I'm
getting ready for the thumbnail.
Yeah. I think I've used those scissors already. I can't use it again.
You know what? I've learned something about vegetables for Isaiah.
Oh, okay.
It is hard for me to eat vegetables if I haven't prepared them myself.
I don't understand what that means. You have to grow them the whole way?
No. Prepare. Like, if I don't cook them myself. So like, a few weeks ago, I made some stir fry from a bag.
Right.
And it had some stuff in there that I don't normally eat. It had like kale, I can't remember. It had spinach, kale, sliced carrots, there's a little like green bean, kind of like flat green beans. Are those snap peas?
I think so.
That you get in like if you get like chow mein or lo mein.
Right.
Things like it had those not bok choy, Brussels sprouts. Never had a Brussels sprout before.
Ever?
Ever.
Oh.
They had a whole bunch of things that
about them are not true. Well, I guess it depends.
Not anymore. I could tell you some stuff about that later.
Yeah.
But and like I made the stir fry on the stove and I ate the whole thing. Not in one sitting. But I ate the entire thing.
Yeah.
And half of the stuff that was in that bag I've never had or I don't like normally. Which was weird.
Okay.
Because then like the next day I went to work and I was like, you know what? It's fine. I eat vegetables now. I'm grown.
Oh yeah.
And so we had like I don't know what it was. It was like a chicken fried steak and then some green beans or carrots or something like that.
Not bad.
And it was all like steamed or baked or whatever, and I just couldn't eat it.
And you think it's because someone else cooked it?
I have two theories. One is because I didn't prepare it myself. Two is very much a texture thing. I don't like mushy vegetables.
How were they cooked in the bag? Not steamed?
No, you just put them on the stove. Put them in a pan and cook them.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's stir fry, not steam
a little
fry.
Bit
silly.
Yeah. Well, I'm used to the ones where you like cut a little slit in the top and then you put it in the microwave.
Yeah,
that's basically steaming.
That's Like, even like because I like broccoli. But even with that, I don't like whenever it's steamed in the bag. I like fresh broccoli. Carrots,
Oh
same
yeah,
thing. I like crunchy vegetables. That's
that's
probably why I love
strange.
like bok choy, and I learned I love Brussels sprouts now.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so that's a completely random thing that I just remembered because this is something I've been trying to figure out why
yeah.
I just can't do it. Like green beans, I just especially French cut green beans.
Not a fan, huh?
I used to think it was for the flavor,
Mm.
but
They are
it's
pretty
not.
bland. They are pretty bland.
Yeah, it's not the flavor that's the problem in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
It's I put it in my mouth and it just immediately like just starting to chew them just starts to like collapse and fall and melt and just be really mushy and I it makes my skin crawl.
Well, that's they're soft and
I
they're
hate
easily.
it.
It's like you like smoothies. This is a real like
Yes,
oh
that's different. That's
I
different.
love
That's different.
ketchup, but I
No,
hate
listen,
tomatoes.
because I also don't like mushy fruit either. Like,
Well, that's
you
more
ever have?
reasonable because that means it's closer to like expiration. You know, the squishier a fruit is, the more dangerous it is.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like mushy food. That's why I can't eat.
Okay.
I just absolutely detest
Boy,
beans.
you must have been insufferable as a baby.
No, not as a baby, but like a teenager, maybe, maybe like pre-adolescent as well.
At what age do you think you know your mama was feeding you your little baby formula and you're like, mother, no more, only hard food from now on.
It's different. It's different. It's
Okay,
specifically
how? It's
fruits and
all mushy
vegetables.
food.
I love grits. I love oatmeal.
You
You know what's
are,
crazy? You know what's hold on, hold on. I
yep.
love oatmeal, but I don't eat it nearly as much once I realize the texture of it.
You.
And the reason why I realized the
Oh
texture of it
boy.
is because I started making overnight oats,
Yeah.
and it's good, but
Yeah.
it's so slimy, and I
Yeah.
hate it.
Have you ever like put like chia seeds in there with it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it makes it like I did that without adding any of the fun stuff. Like I now throw little mini chocolate chips in there because it was unbearable. I was
hmm
like I was having to like gag it down. It was so bad. It was awful. Yeah.
Like overnight oats, it's not bad. It's just slimy, and I don't like the
Yeah.
sliminess of it. I have to, I force myself to eat it because I'm like, I made this, I need to eat it.
Right.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've ever really had a problem with food textures. I know people that have.
hmm
Like I've never really. I mean, I understand, right? You know, you just don't like the way it feels, and that's totally fine. That's acceptable. Also, there are children starving in the world, and you better finish your squishy green beans.
It's probably because they have texture issues.
Yeah, that's what Africa's problems sum up to is
Yeah.
just texture issues. Man,
Oh no.
man, somebody cancel this dude on Twitter.
You can't do that. You can't do that. I'm fuck. No, yep, I'm good. They got me. I
Yep,
can't
they
even defend
got you.
myself on
You
that
know,
one.
sometimes you just gotta lay down and take it. There you go.
Another one I don't like
Mm.
is food that explodes in your mouth. So like gushers,
Okay.
boba, like the boba bubbles. I also don't like boba. I don't like tapioca.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. I used to not like tapioca so much. Mainly, it was like a wombo combo. I didn't really
Yeah,
like. It was a weird chewy thing. I also had bad boba, and
that's fair.
that really tainted my experience.
hmm
But ever since then, I've only ever had good boba, and even the
That's
popping ones.
good. Yeah, I don't.
Good stuff.
I don't like the popping bubbles. It's just. I think it's because the film after you bite into them and it's just there. But at the same
Oh,
time, I'm the
sure.
same person who likes mochi, so like that doesn't make
Yeah,
sense.
they're kind of equivalent.
My
I guess it
I don't
depends on what
remember
the
who it
mochi is.
was, but because I mostly eat like the mochi ice cream.
Sure. Yeah, that stuff's good.
Uh, but I don't remember who it was. But there, I tried to. I think it was Caleb. I tried to give him get him to try mochi once, and he didn't like the texture of it. He
Yeah,
said it like
sure.
felt like fuzzy or whatever. And
Yeah.
then whenever it starts to smell, he was like, "It looks like a ball sack."
Oh, yeah. You know, that's
Yeah.
fair. Did I ever tell you about the time I've only okay, I've almost died a couple of times in my life, I think. One of them was
Uh-huh.
because of mochi.
Okay, I need to know the story, please.
I haven't told you this before? Oh gosh.
Mm-mm.
Okay, this was back when I was living in Japan. I was a member of the Boy Scouts, right? and we went to a lot of cultural festivals back in the day. One
Mm-hmm.
of them was, I don't remember the exact context for it, but one of the activities that we did when we were there was we made traditional mochi, like the old-fashioned way,
Mm-hmm.
which is basically they take a bunch of rice, they get it really wet, and then we take turns with a giant hammer pounding the crap out of it.
Oh, I think I know where this is going.
Oh, you do not.
Oh.
You have no idea. I see what you're thinking with the giant hammer. No, the giant
Yeah.
hammer had nothing to do with it.
Oh,
We
wow.
made the mochi just fine. I helped pound that thing. We started like getting it together. I had never had mochi before. Well, I had maybe had like once or twice maybe, but they had
Mm-hmm.
been like tiny little globs, and they had been prepared with like a drying agent on them, so they were super like great and nice and very tasty. There was stuff inside of it. This one was basically just pounded rice with a little bit of sugar in there, I think. I don't really know exactly what the process was,
Mm.
but they gave me a chunk. Everybody got, a little bit afterwards because it was part of the festival. So you got a chunk with you. And I didn't really have any experience eating mochi. So I was just like, well, I like rice. I'm going to take a bite. And
Yeah.
I took a bite that was far bigger than I should have.
Oh, no.
And it was way stickier than I had ever eaten anything before. So this thing started getting caught in my teeth. Like I was like chewing it and chewing it and chewing it. I was like, man, it's like it was tasty, yeah, but it sort of had like that there's some of those bubble gums where you can eat the bubble gum for a little while and then it kind of dissolves. It was
Mhm.
very much sort of like that, but it wasn't dissolving. I just kept chewing it, and I was like, well, what do? I can't spit this out. That would be
Rude.
culturally insensitive, and
Yeah.
I don't want to offend anybody around here. So I'm going to do the next best thing, and I'm going to swallow it.
John. Oh my god. Okay, before you continue, I'm just imagining this is your throat esophagus, and
Yeah.
it just like coats the whole, like it just covers it entirely.
Yeah, it was pretty close to that because it
Oh my
didn't
god.
like I thought when I swallowed it, it would detach from like the mouth area. It did not.
Mm.
All it did was stretch. So I had like, if you can imagine, like from the lower bottom of my throat up to the top of my mouth, mochi,
Ugh.
and I was sitting there going, I can't breathe.
Oh
Uh,
no.
I can't swallow this. I have no water around me, so I'm sitting there going, uh, trying not to.
No.
I don't want to tell anybody that I was dying, but I was like, "This is it. I'm
This
gonna
is the
die right
one.
here." They're gonna try and do the like Heimlich on me, and it's not gonna work because this mochi is like I've eaten glue, tasty
Oh, that's
glue. I would eat
terrible.
it again, but I'm dying. This is it for me. And luckily, I
Oh.
was like, I managed to swallow. I don't know what I did in the moment that fixed it, but it finally went down, and I was like, "Oh my god,
Either you
oh my
detached
god."
it or you just pulled everything out.
I don't know. I don't know, but I
I,
can tell you that I have never had a mochi like that ever again, and
mm-hmm.
I'm probably traumatized.
No,
That's a memory I still. That was like
that's
15 years
fair.
ago. It's
I've
terrifying.
uh I've had something similar like that happen to me before because I swallow gum
Oh,
sometimes.
you're not afraid of the 7-year curse?
Listen, I've probably swallowed worse stuff. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
all right,
I
fair.
used to lick batteries as a kid, so
That
9-volt
explains a lot.
batteries.
That
Nine
explains a
volt batteries because they
whole
made my
lot.
tongue take. So, anyways, I'm tired of you guys judging me for things I did as a prepubescent,
Mm.
very young child of the age of like 4 or 5. Things that
You know,
everybody would do at 4 or 5.
I didn't do that or eat glue, to my knowledge.
I
So
didn't eat glue either. The fuck?
well, well,
I did eat chapstick, but that's
you
different. It was
okay?
flavored. Or
You
no, lip
did,
balm. That's different.
yep.
It's different.
Yeah. We always look down on those people that they take the marker and they huff that or they eat the glue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
you're
do
looking
that.
down on them, but then you're also going, yeah, I licked batteries and ate chapstick. All I did was
Hey,
eat something that was
why do
it
you
was
think? Why do you think I
intentionally.
wasn't talented and gifted?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
batteries accelerated
Yeah.
my brain power.
They saw you lick a battery one time and went,
I've never done it in the presence of another person, and it's only been at home. Thank you.
"Oh, somebody ratted on you then."
No,
When
nobody ever read it.
I saw him.
Nobody saw me. You know what? That's not the point of the
Right,
story.
yeah, sorry, I've distracted you. Please continue.
As
You
So,
swallowed a battery and almost choked and died. Got it.
I've never
Okay.
swallowed a battery. We're talking about gum.
Oh, right. You swallowed gum. Hmm.
Yeah, basically, I don't remember what happened, but as a kid, I would chew like I loved blow pops. I like blow pops,
Sure. Good
and so
stuff.
like
Yeah.
I would eat the lollipop. I would be the kind of kid who would just bite it and just eat it like that instead of just like
Oh,
suckling on it.
the
So then
intentional way. Yeah.
yeah, so I would do that, and I would be finished with one, and then I would get another one after like all the crunchy was gone from the first piece of
Mm.
gum,
Hmm.
and so I would get another one, and I would just keep doing that until it became like this sticky conglomerate amalgamation mess.
That's horrible, but delicious sounding. Yeah.
Yes, and then this one specific time, I decided I got a little too overzealous with it, and it was just really sticky or whatever, and my
Yeah.
brain was like, you know what, let's just swallow it.
Oh.
And so
Yep.
similar thing happened. I swallow it, but there was still like pieces of it stuck to my teeth. So it
Mm.
goes down and there's just strings as it's going down my
Oh.
esophagus.
Well.
And that shit was terrifying.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It is. It is. If you've never experienced that before, now you have
Don't.
two first-hand accounts. Do not do that, no matter what
It's
you do.
not fun.
There's a reason that they put those little warnings on the label that's like choking hazard. I never thought I'd die to mochi, but I came close.
Yeah. So that's the time I almost what's the other time I almost died? Now we're just gonna talk about our near death experiences.
Yeah.
There's one time I almost intentionally died.
Whoa, that's deep, man. That's harsh.
Yeah, so long ago I would be so you may not know this now
Uh-huh.
because I'm a lot more well regulated. I used to have very terrible anger issues
Oh,
that were
yeah,
really
okay. Mhm.
probably due to being undiagnosed with a lot of stuff. Let's be honest.
It's possible, yeah.
I wonder if it was. Anyways,
Talented and gifted, talented and gifted.
something. Yeah.
That's part of the checklist. Did he try and off himself? Yeah, put him in the
No.
class.
Well, okay. So yeah, I had very bad anger issues to the point to where I was constantly trying to fight my brother or
Ah,
his friend because he
yeah.
was basically like a third. Or we had two friends. One was in the neighborhood. One was like a family friend's son, who was
Okay.
also our best friend growing up. The
Mhm.
both of those guys, they were in the same playing field as my brother in my brain. So I was always trying to kick their ass whenever they pissed me off.
Oh, yeah.
And as a kid, I was not the best at playing games either. So if I lost, I would rage out.
Naturally, yeah.
So, just as a little glimpse into it, like I was full on throwing hands. I was kicking. I was biting. I had to be pinned down until I calmed down almost every time.
The sorest loser of all time award
Oh,
goes to...
absolutely. But I don't remember what happened this specific day. But my brother pissed me off so bad
Yeah.
that I was like, I don't know how my thought process got to this spot, but my brain was like, I'm so angry, I can't hurt him, so let me do something to hurt myself.
Whoa, that's next level thinking.
So
That usually takes like 4 X's before you finally get to that point.
so I said, you know what? I'm mad. I don't think I was really thinking too well, clearly.
Sure.
But the logic in my brain was, I'm gonna go lay in the middle of the street and wait to get run over by a car.
Yeah, okay.
I've told
You'd
this story
blend
before
in, that's
to
for
several
sure.
people. Shut the hell up! I wore bright clothes as a kid. I look like a traffic cone.
Yeah, you look like a speed
So
bump down there.
at this point, I'm laying in the middle of the street,
Right?
and like we don't have a very busy street, thank God, or I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be here. But I laid in the middle of the street, and when I say I was 150% intentional that I wanted this to happen,
Right, yeah.
I can't remember another time I had so much conviction in my life that this needed to happen. And so I'm just laying there, and it's not like if the street's going this way, I'm not laying parallel, I'm laying perpendicular. So I maximize the amount of area that I can get run over.
Sure, yeah. Head and feet. Yeah, I got you.
I don't know why they never put me in therapy after this. But anyways, and so
They swept that under the rug, yeah.
I don't know. My brother, he was screaming at me from the porch to get out of the street.
Oh, okay.
He didn't come grab me off the street for whatever reason, which
It's
probably
dangerous. Could be
would have
cars out
pulled him
there.
down with me. There
Yeah.
was no cars, by the way, not
Well,
yet.
He was just being safe. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
being the
Uh,
responsible older brother.
he made such a commotion that our neighbor next door also came out, and she was like 80 something years old. So
Oh, okay.
she's freaking out that this kid won't get out of the middle of the street trying to get run over.
Yeah.
And I did not listen to anybody. I refused to move. And then my mom came out,
Mm,
got on the porch, and said,
busted.
"Get your ass out of the street." My senses came back.
Uh-huh.
And I do believe there was a truck on the way down the street when this happened.
Oh boy.
So my senses came back, and I said, "Oh shit! If I don't do this, she's gonna beat my ass." So I get out of the street and I go back into the house.
If I die,
I don't,
I'm gonna get grounded so hard.
I don't remember what happened after that, but when people say I'm dramatic, they don't know the half of it until I tell them that story.
Apparently, yeah.
But that was an almost near-death experience that I had at my own hands.
Does it? Yeah, I guess it does count as a near-death experience, even if you were the one that fabricated that entire situation.
I don't, and to this day, I don't remember what it was that my brother did to piss me off so
Yeah.
bad, but I know it wasn't that serious.
Yeah, he probably beat you at Smash Bros for the 800th time.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't play Smash Bros. Because we were cool. No, we didn't have the consoles to play Smash Bros. Well, I mean, we had the Wii, but I don't think Smash Bros is out yet. And then we got
Maybe
Rad,
not.
but that's a whole other thing.
Oh, geez, yeah.
I almost
Speaking
drowned
of
before.
you almost drowned?
Mhm.
Jeez, dude.
I live life on the edge. So
Apparently.
real quick, do you know Stillhouse? The
lake?
Stillhouse Hollow? Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
So this was, I think, the summer after I graduated high school. Me, Chanel, and someone who we're no longer friends with. We went out to the lake, and it was a nice day. It was hot,
Sure.
but we were in the water. It was nice or whatever. And the way that it is, they set up barriers for as far as you can swim to, because past that, is dangerous waters. People fish down that way, etc., etc.
Right, yep.
So
I'm just
like,
gonna fix my camera real quick.
okay. So I'm like, I can swim. I'm gonna see if I can get to the barrier. So I'm, doing my thing, swimming or whatever. I'm about halfway there, and I'm like, dang, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a little break. I realize I can't touch the ground.
Yeah, there is a taking breaks out there.
So instead of swimming back, my brain said, I have to get all the way over there now. That's the safest route to go. So I'm fucking fighting for my life. I don't know how to properly float at this point. So I'm full on, like... I get to the barrier, and I'm just holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
And even a minute later, Chanel and the other friend swim over. They're like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna make it back. This is it. This is it." Somehow I
just
managed to make it
accepted your
back.
fate at that point.
Oh, absolutely. I wasn't gonna make it back.
Yep.
Good. But that was a scary time as well.
Yeah.
I realized I need to stop testing my boundaries as a human.
So then you never went in the water again, right?
No. I didn't almost drown to going off the diving board once. So that was crazy.
Well,
that's
okay,
a little
you know
different.
what? You may just like...
I'm a heavy person. And this was my second time ever on a diving board. The first time I ever went on one, or the first area I went on one, it was only down like maybe 8 to 10 feet.
Okay,
so
sure.
It didn't seem like it was that much. This one I went to, it was down a full 12 feet.
Oh, yeah.
I cannonball or whatever. I hit the water. I'm going down. I'm like, okay, going up. Still going up. Oh my god, I'm running out of air. Help! I'm fighting for my life, and I think literally I had a second left before I finally reached the surface.
Yeah.
And I was hyperventilating because I thought I was gonna die.
I'm
on the edge, dude. After
Apparently.
that, I went to go swim laps, and that consisted of me going about a quarter of the way, holding onto the wall, catching my breath, and then just moving along it a little bit, kicking off the wall, swimming some more, grabbing the wall again, catching my breath. I'm out of shape too, so
I'm proud of you for getting back in the water after almost dying twice.
I mean, I've probably almost died several times. Let's be honest. I like to test my limits, I guess. The other day I tried to do a front flip and I almost hit my head.
The other day?
Yeah.
Have you ever done
it? It only goes down.
before?
Huh?
Oh, you mean like into a pool?
No, like, yeah, no. I went
Oh my
underwater to
gosh.
flip inside the water, but
Yeah.
it's only like 3 to 5 feet, so like it's very small space.
Yeah.
And I'm only 5'5", so doesn't leave a lot of room.
I thought you were like, I did a front flip standing up, like
No, the only time I
in
did that,
celebration of
and
doing
like,
something awesome.
oh, I mean, I've tried.
You
I've tried
tried
doing,
to do like a standing front flip just on the ground, on the land?
I've tried doing backflips, but like off a wall. And
Oh,
you ever see people who fail to do backflips, and it's one of
sure.
those things where you have to like tuck to spin.
Yeah.
I never get to that point, so I'll always run, jump, and just follow my neck.
Yep. Yep.
Surprised I'm not paralyzed.
You got a
I live
thick
life on
neck,
the
huh?
edge.
Yeah, I guess so.
I should start parkouring.
No.
It
No.
looks fun, but
I
good
can tell you
God,
from personal experience, it is fun. I've got parkouring before.
I need to get way more in shape to do that.
I did it when I was way too big to be doing it. And that probably ended up being my downfall.
Oh no.
But I also know how harsh that is on your body. Because I used to follow a lot of those people online that did like professionally.
Mm-mm.
Ah,
You
what just
froze.
happened? My camera turned off and on again. Good to know. Yeah, it was fun. I climbed up some cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a lot harder on your body because there's no padding. You just
Yeah,
kind of have to be okay with the pain, which
you
I
have to
found
know
out
how
that
to
I was not.
roll.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know how to do that properly.
It takes practice. Yeah. I watched a lot of YouTube videos that they're like, this is how to do it. It's so easy to get into.
Yeah,
It
I'll stick
hurt.
with trampoline parks.
Yeah. They're way more fun. But speaking of you being dramatic, oh my gosh. Dude,
Uh-oh.
do you remember 2 weeks ago?
Uh-huh.
So I was so excited to bring this up on the podcast last week. Then we ended up canceling it. So I've held on to it. I've kept
Okay.
on to this for 2 weeks, right? So you've been having, let's put it lightly, troubles with your teeth.
Oh, you fucking asshole. Yeah, go for it. Just I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna say mean things if I don't.
Hey man, it's you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me at this point.
I can hurt your fucking teeth is what I can
No,
do.
you can't. No, you can't. Okay, I went into the dentist. So I usually try and do like 6-month checkup, right? Because my teeth are perfectly fine. And the only real problems I've ever had have been like the coloration of them. So I've been slowly but steadily for the last, since December. I mean, I think I've mentioned a couple of times on here that I've used white strips. I'm also doing like whitening toothpaste and whitening mouthwash. I'm like wombo comboing the crap out of my teeth right now, right? And when I went into the dentist 2 weeks ago, I believe it's now 2 weeks ago, the technician lady, I don't know what you call them, there's like a word for them, but the technician, right, that comes in before the doctor does and like cleans your teeth and whatnot. Well, maybe you're not familiar with this part. This is just the maintenance side, not the surgical. Right, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna keep going.
I've had my teeth cleaned before, Jonathan.
Okay, well, to anybody that doesn't, the technician comes in, right, and does they floss your teeth and scrape the stuff off of it, and then they like polish it down and put some sparkly stuff on there. And so after she had done all that, and I was like laying in the chair waiting for the doctor to come in, the doctor then came back in, or came in for the first time, and like looking at my teeth, and he was like, "Wow, so everybody's teeth are like different, but your teeth could be like one of those denture models that people look at in order to study like what general sets of teeth are." Like, as I was like, like, are you serious? Are you real? Are you for real, doctor? That's so cool. Thank you so much. And then I immediately went outside. Well, my mind immediately went, I can't tell Isaiah about this.
And you know what you did?
He's gonna be so mad at me. And I did.
You know
I
what you
checked out. I
texted
did all this
me?
stuff. I got to the car and I went,
You didn't even wait.
no, I waited until I got to the car. I didn't want to text you like in the seat going, hey, guess what?
Hey, look at these. Perfect.
I got to the car and I immediately texted you. And I think my words, I could probably pull up the text, but
Probably.
to paraphrase myself, the words that I said. Yeah, do you want to pull up the text?
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
Let me see. I could maybe read it in. I could read it in my voice here. Hold on.
Just look at teeth. Something that rhymes with oh, right.
Sticks and stones may break my bones. You stab me. Okay. Yep. Okay.
There it is.
Yeah. So this was this is the text. Oh, I've definitely in
Oh,
my
I
head.
forgot about this whole conversation.
Yeah. You went off on me. So this was what I texted you.
I'm so sorry. This is
About
crazy.
5 minutes after getting my teeth, after having a
in
medical
my
professional
defense,
say your teeth could be on a model.
in my defense, I think I was having a rough day.
Oh, dude, that's why I didn't think I should text you, because I was like, he's in the middle of work right now. I'm gonna text this and he's just gonna blow up on me. And I said,
Do you want to just read our conversation?
We
for a
could,
little
yeah.
Okay.
This is yeah. Well, we'll have to describe the
Oh,
images.
I would like to preface this by saying, prior to this, I was telling him about a D&D character idea I had.
Right? Yep.
And then he just 2 hours later just completely throws off that conversation.
Yeah, this is my text. Just gotten my teeth glorified. They glazed my teeth. I went out to the car and I said,
Let me tell you, your horn is tooted.
Now you know I'm not one to brag, but my dentist did just say I could be a tooth model. And what did you respond with here, you dramatic drama queen looking?
I said, never in my life have you ever made me want to commit seppuku. Then, in this moment, this is why I cyberbully you.
These are the images that then got sent. Oh wait, how do I?
He sent a gif of this guy grittying on me.
Yep.
So I sent him the Yu-Gi-Oh! It should have been me, not him.
I'll make these bigger. Yeah.
And then
that
what
was
did you
the
send, John?
Then I sent me hitting the peace sign with my cool white teeth over his grave.
And what did you say?
What did I say? Hold on. Oh, yeah, me standing over your grave. I captioned it. Me standing over your grave with my pearly white god teeth.
And as
then
everyone knows,
you pulled the pride card on me.
I did. It is Pride Month currently. It was Pride Month when this happened.
That is
and
rude.
I am a homosexual.
That is just unfair.
So I said during Pride Month too, that is
absolutely
homophobic. And I said this picture, oh, you can't see, but it's this lady. Hold on, let me turn down my brightness. It's this lady with her kid, and she just goes, "That's violence. You just did a violence on me."
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a lot of opportunities to dunk on anybody quite as hard.
You don't have a lot of opportunities to dunk on it. You dunk on me every other day. What do you mean?
Okay, that's fair. You are my metaphorical basketball hoop, and every once in a while, I gotta take the slam dunk. And me getting told that I had the teeth of a god,
of course,
while you have been struggling for 2 to 3 months.
I also immediately when you said that and I saw you smile, I was like, maybe he also just means like the way that your teeth are like not foreign, but like the way that they just sit in your mouth.
Yeah,
because some people have like crooked teeth or whatever. Yours might just be like perfectly aligned. So basically, you're a nepo baby because you got those genes from your.
No, well, I had braces. I had braces when I was younger.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've had the gamut, man. I had braces when I was a kid. Surprisingly, well, I found out that my dad actually has never had a cavity before, or he just has like no problems with his teeth. But I know that my brothers have had problems with their teeth before, and they actually took care of theirs. I, for a very long time, took pride in the fact that I never did anything to care for my teeth. I brushed my teeth like once a day, maybe. I wouldn't floss. I wouldn't do nothing. So to come at the other end of that, going like there was a shift, going like I've done something wrong. I know it's
probably all the alcohol that you drink.
I don't know. I chalked it up to the sodas because everybody was telling me like
it's definitely soda.
Sodas
it
are like
burns through your shit.
But it's the opposite for me. I think my teeth built. I think
they gain it.
I trial by fire my teeth. Now they're like unstoppable.
I see. You basically put them through the ringer and they came out stronger.
Yeah.
I got you.
Everybody else in my family, like my older brother, I don't remember. Like I could tell you if they had many problems with it, but I think they have, and I never have, and I am probably the person that's cared the least for my teeth.
Yeah.
Now, just the past 2 years, I've completely turned this franchise around.
Not the franchise.
I have literal quote from a doctor going, yeah, it's either good, it's either the best,
I'll let you
they're the
have it.
best
You
teeth
know
out
what?
there.
You know what? I'm gonna steal your thunder a little bit.
Oh,
No, actually, no, it's fine. No, my brother growing up, he had some pretty bad teeth because he didn't take care of them very
sure,
much. But I ate apples. That was my fruit growing
sure,
up. Um, and I chalked that to why I didn't have bad teeth until like high school
yeah,
because I wasn't brushing my teeth. I wasn't flossing. I ate a whole bunch of apples. I
okay,
ate nothing but sugary candy and stuff. It wasn't until high school that they were like, "Yeah, we need to start filling in your teeth." I was like, "Damn
mm,
it!" Um, but yeah, I think realistically, if I had been going to the dentist
yeah.
and the last 6 or 7 years, I think all this could have been prevented.
Well,
Because
yeah, it's
I
good that
because
you
I would
see
have got
that.
I
It's
would
a
have got some
long
fillings in,
period. Yeah.
and then I would have been like, okay, let me take better care of my teeth.
Mm,
Because the biggest reason why the issues really started happening
yeah.
was because the fillings that I had fallen out, but those fillings that I had were put in 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get some
Uh,
upkeep.
so
Hmm.
if I got the upkeep, I think I would have been fine. Um,
They do say that maintenance is cheaper than repairs.
yeah, trust me, as a maintenance man,
It's
who
cheaper
does
to fix the
both.
washing machine than it is to buy a whole new one.
Exactly. Sometimes, depending on what the problem is.
That's a
But
good point.
kind of piggybacking off of you were told that your teeth are for models or whatever. So yesterday
Yeah.
was Friday the 13th.
Nah, yeah.
And on Friday the 13th, pretty much every tattoo parlor does like some flash deals. Some of them will do
Oh,
like
okay.
$20 tattoos. They'll be like maybe this big or something, which is where
Yeah.
I got my octopus tattoo here.
Nice. Okay.
Can't really see it well. Uh, so I had contemplated doing it yesterday because Anthony was getting one with
Hmm.
his partner, or one or two. Chanel ended up getting one. No, ended up getting two with one of our other friends. And
Nice.
so, like, I had thought about doing it when I got home, but I was like, I don't know. I'm too tired, actually. I don't think I'm
Yeah.
going to do it. So then Chanel left, came back, and I was supposed to take a nap. I didn't take a nap. And so then she showed me her tattoos, and I was like, yeah, I thought about doing it. And she was like, yeah, well, they're only $40 for each tattoo. And I was
Seems
like,
good.
$40 isn't that bad. And like, because usually they're maybe about this big and they have something to do with the number 13. But the one that's walking distance from where we live, it,
I guess they weren't
they were
custom
doing them.
tattoos. They were like
Yeah, these are
pre-designed
all
ones.
pre-designed ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That they were only doing specifically for this flash sale thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But typically it has something to do with the number 13, which is
Sure.
why this octopus has 13 legs on it. I got a Friday the 13th tattoo on that. Like
Nice.
no, back in 20 something years ago. And so this tattoo parlor, they did ones that weren't related to Friday the 13th per
Mm,
se. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Chanel's favorite one that she wanted to get, Bobby from King of the Hill,
sure. Yeah.
the son, they had put his head on the top of a bobby pin because his name is Bobby.
That's
That
okay.
would have been awesome. But she told me that they had some Bob's Burgers tattoos, and as someone who likes Bob's Burgers, I was like, this could be my opportunity. And it's only gonna be maybe like this big, nothing
Yeah.
too crazy. So I ended up getting 2 tattoos last night.
Oh,
At
okay.
well, I guess technically this morning because it was at midnight when I finally got in the chair.
Whoa.
So
What hours do they operate at?
this is Louise,
I can't see
uh,
it.
from Bob's Burgers.
That's
It's
not
hard to see.
helping.
Maybe if I
I
have
think you
I
got to
have
kill your
pictures,
light.
then you can't see anything
Oh,
because it's the only light I have right now. maybe if I do this,
maybe
I
that
got
could be your
Louise.
thumbnail.
Damn it,
Still
it
blown
could
out.
be. Let me turn that down. Maybe now.
Nope. Now it looks like
God
your
damn
arm
it!
did before. This is a real problem.
Damn
This is, I'm
it!
so familiar with this
Okay.
problem. Trying to light me and you in the same scene, it has never worked. Not
Oh, I
even
told.
once.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
I got Louise from Bob's Burgers, and I
Yep.
got her hat colored and her shirt colored. You know, the iconic things for her.
Nice. Okay.
I also got. I would show you, but I don't know if you can see it. Oh
Nope.
well, this one's just
Oh, kind of.
pure black. There's
I
an
can
outline.
vaguely.
It's a
It's
snail from Adventure Time.
okay. I definitely thought that was something very different.
Phallic in nature, pervert.
A little bit. I thought it was a dick bug.
No, what? I would never get that tattoo. Okay, but yeah, it's a little. I didn't know he was from Adventure Time, but he was just a cute little snail, and I was like, I want it.
Okay.
Maybe you could see this. No, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
your camera can't show your screen,
It
I
can't
guess.
show up close. Like, look at this.
Yeah,
Quality dies when you get close.
that's fair.
But yeah, so that's the other reason why I wore the Bob's Burgers today,
Nice,
because
nice.
tattoo. But
Yep.
yeah, I got them both. But so I know I'm a hairy person, right?
Okay.
I didn't realize how hairy I was until they had to shave my arm for those spots.
Yeah.
And so he looks at me. Once he's like, I give him the tattoos. You know, he's getting all prepared. He looks at me. He goes, "I'm gonna have to get the clippers for you." Because normally they'll just take like a razor and just do that area, but he brings out little small like like beard clippers, and he
Yeah.
just and he has to do it several times
That's
because there's so much hair.
crazy.
I don't know if you can see the difference in the hair, but like just look right here.
Oh yeah, I think so.
And so
That is
he was like,
unbelievable.
"Damn, man, you have a lot of hair." And I was like, "Yeah, I kind of grew it myself, you know." Uh, and he was like, "Have you ever thought about shaving it?" And I was like, "Not really." He goes, "Yeah, I shave mine all the time." He's also a tattoo artist, so I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
maybe he does it so whenever he feels like giving himself another one or getting one, it's just like boom. He goes, "Yeah, no, I shave mine all the time. It's pretty nice during like the summertime." And so
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I should start shaving my arms and like my legs during summer and then let it grow in winter or whatever. But then I was
Sure.
like, that's a lot of upkeep though. He goes, "Yeah, no, it is. It's a lot."
Yeah.
But he shaved off this whole section, and he goes, "Damn, you have a sexy arm, dude." And I was like, "Thank you."
You had an in right there.
Yeah.
This is your counter to your teeth are godlike.
Yes.
Somebody gave you a compliment of you have a
Somebody said
sexy
I have a
arm.
sexy arm. Yeah. Just from this patch alone,
Yeah.
look, you can see the difference if you just look at it, like in the darkness, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's so baby smooth and so weird. And then it's just full covered in hair. And he was like, "Yeah, like it's probably an advantage against mosquitoes." I was like, "Yeah, it's like a forest for him."
True. Yeah.
But it's also like a perch too, unfortunately. But like he was like, "Yeah, do you?" I was like, "Yeah, this is weird. I can like feel the air on my arm.
Yeah.
It's like whenever you have a lot of hair and then you get a haircut or like get it cut
Sure. Yeah.
low." And so yeah, so it was funny as fuck that he said I had a sexy arm, and I was like, "You better stop."
Ah, he's hitting you with that Pride Month discount right there.
Exactly. This is all the same
What that
person.
arm do
Listen,
though?
tattoo artists are some of the coolest people you'll ever meet.
Very true.
And so I was there. So me and Chanel had went, and we had run into one of our other friends actually, who was also there to get a tattoo. So
Mhm.
then, I had left because there was like a few hour wait. I came back, and she was about to get her tattoo,
Yeah.
and the person who was at the front was like, "Oh, are you guys together? Like, are you guys a part of the same group?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, maybe." She goes, "If you are, we can get you in right now." And there were still at least 4 or 5 people ahead of me.
Yeah. Yeah. You go.
And so I was like,
Yeah, we've been friends for ages.
and I was like,
Years.
"Jada, we're the same group, right?" She goes, "Yeah, we are." She goes, "Okay, cool. I can get you all like ready to go." And I said,
Wow.
so cool." And then while she was getting her tattoo done, I think her or her friend was like, "So what's the strangest tattoo you ever done?"
Mm.
And he just goes, "Oh no, that's not what it was." Her friend was saying like she couldn't be a tattoo artist because she doesn't have like steady hands or whatever, and she can't
Okay.
draw or like be in a straight line. But she would do she would do piercings, but she's scared because she doesn't want to do like penis or vagina piercings or whatever.
Who?
And then
What?
the
Oh, she
tattoo,
doesn't want to do those.
she doesn't want to do those, yeah.
I see.
And then he
How
goes,
common is that? That's a concern. Okay, sorry. Yeah, please keep going.
"Listen, I will live in a college town."
Okay, that's fair.
Because then that turned into us talking about nipple piercings.
A little more common in my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah, sure.
And then somehow that turned into, I think they asked him like, "What's the strangest or weirdest thing he's had to do?" He goes, "Butthole tattoos." And we're like,
That's
"Butthole like do you do like on the butthole or what?" And he goes, "No,
hmm.
just like around." And they're like, we were like, "Well, what's the craziest one that you did?" And he goes, "There was this 80-something-year-old woman that came in, and she
80?
got the Mexican flag and where the eagle is supposed to be is where her booty hole is. And then
I
she got the
can't.
name, Pedro also tattooed. And they were like, "That's crazy." And I was like, "She's cool. She definitely said, I'm living my life how I want to." And then he goes, "Yeah, the place that she lived in a trailer park down the street from where the tattoo parlor was. This is like years ago." And so then one day there was a police chase, that a whole bunch of people, like a whole bunch of police went into that neighborhood or whatever.
Okay.
And we started joking. We're like, "Oh, that was definitely her boyfriend." Who was like raiding the place or whatever, and I was like, "Yeah, he found out about the Pedro tattoo. That's not his name."
You
But yeah,
flashbanged me with this knowledge.
yeah, no,
I
it
could have
was
gone my whole life without knowing that.
it was hilarious though. And they were like, "Yeah, so like, how much do you charge?" He goes, "Well, it depends. Like, if it's just a word, like this much money."
For
Blah
the
blah blah blah.
butthole, I mean, specifically
Yeah,
for the
for the
butthole.
butthole. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He said like it's most common to do like words there, and so I was like, "What kind of word does someone get there?" The
Yeah.
only thing I thought of immediately was "mom." So
I
it's like,
thought maybe the like password to your bank account or something. That'd probably be a good spot to
yeah,
hide
that would
that.
be good too. But I'm just thinking MOM.
Ah, that's
And then
actually 2 words, because if they flip you upside down, then it says wow.
wow, true. And so then
For
we
one.
were just like, "Wow, that's crazy." And they're like, "Yeah, what's the worst one or like, what's the worst part of that?" He goes, "Probably people who have a blown out butthole."
That's not the smell. Is it the sight? What?
See,
Oh,
I was worried about that too. I
that's
didn't want to
horrifying.
ask that. Like, have you ever had somebody who was just not fresh down there,
Yeah.
or they
Yeah.
didn't wipe well enough? Would you turn them away? I would. I
I
wouldn't
mean,
even do butthole tattoos.
how like often does this happen over there?
I don't know.
He has enough experiences lined up.
He seems like he's been doing it for at least over a decade.
Wow.
So he's definitely seen his fair share of weird tattoos and
Yeah.
people. So
Sheesh.
yeah, that was just a little fun experience at the tattoo parlor last night.
Yep. Yeah, that's.
I did
Oh
not
my
get a
God.
butthole tattoo.
Nice. Yeah, you just got the Tina?
This-
No, wait, the mom.
Louise.
Louise.
This is the daughter, the baby.
The daughter. Oh, God.
What's your deal?
Sorry, I just dropped my scissors. I picked them up again.
Yeah, that was
They're
my
back
exciting
there. They're
news
gone now.
over the last few days.
That's yeah, that's something else right there.
I'm washing my sheets right now, so that's why you can see my bed over there.
I can't see your bed. All I see is the nightstand.
You can't, but they'll be able to. Maybe.
Oh, I see.
We'll see what happens. But yeah, I need to do laundry and clean up. I haven't cleaned my room in like 2 or 3 weeks because it's been bad.
Yeah, it adds up pretty quick.
Yeah. But yes, so that is my experience.
Nice. Well, I'm officially on like week 3. No, this is week 2 of my new work schedule, and I feel like I'm already losing it a little bit.
Oh no. You just started.
I know, it's not great. I've done this to myself too many times to count. But like yesterday, I think it was maybe because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Or not last night, 2 nights ago. Because my dad is going to Japan to visit my brothers. And so I got to wake up at like 3:45 in the morning or something like that to take him over to the airport.
Ew.
And then I had to go and drive like 2 hours to take my grandma to an appointment. Finally get back to the house, like, okay, I could sleep. I decided not to. And I have
drawn.
It was a miserable, like I was fine. I was fine till like 6 yesterday. Then I kind of started crashing. I feel a lot better now, but I tell you, it's been nice. I think the problem that I had was that I was tired, but couldn't go to sleep. So I was unmotivated and was just kind of like doing nothing, going, this sucks. I don't like this. But that was like the first day that I had that experience, because the other ones, I was pretty busy. I've kept myself pretty busy. Thursday, busy, right? Today is this, and then I've gone hiking 3 times.
Nice.
Well, twice, and I'm going hiking again later today, hopefully. Or I'm going to Dave and Buster's. I might be doing both.
Basically the same thing.
Yep. The problem that I'm experiencing now is, well, I've discovered that I kind of like hiking. It's a fun kind of activity, and it's because I spend so much time on the computer. Like, what am I doing right now? I'm looking at 2 computer screens. Technically, there's a third one because my phone's right here.
Yeah.
So I have 3 screens right here, right? 4 if you count that camera up there. And so I decided that I want to try and go hiking once a week to purge tech from my
Oh,
brain.
that's good. That's good.
And it worked. It worked really nicely the last 2 times. Oh, dude. Maybe I have to tell you about this weekend though. This last weekend,
Mhm.
it was like the highest of the highs and the lowest of the lows back to back, right? So Saturday we go hiking. It's my mom and I that we went out to Colorado Bend, this cool little spot over. I don't even know where it is. It's here in Texas, right?
Mhm.
We drive out there, do some hiking, and afterwards we were like, all right, we're gonna go get burgers afterwards, right? There's this cool spot that uh makes food there called the Colorado Bend. No, I think it's the Bend General Store. Super cool place, family run. It's like a mom, a dad, and their daughter. It's super cool. And the food, crazy good. Also, the biggest amount of food, the biggest burger I think I've ever eaten in my life, along with the
Oh, I think you were
largest
telling me about
amount of
this.
fries. Did I tell you about this?
Because you were telling me, because this is last weekend, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're telling me how you ate quite a bit of food.
Dude, oh my gosh. This was Saturday. I had a burger that was like the size of my face, along with probably an amount of French fries that was like the length of my face. It's like a whole
Mhm.
giant potato's worth, plus 2 Modelo's. I ate it all in one fell swoop, and I was okay for a little while. Then I was absolutely miserable
Mhm.
for maybe like 3 or 4 hours when we got back to the house, because I was like, I'm so full, I don't want to eat anything. And on the way back to the house, I found out that the next day we were going to like an all you can eat sushi place. Well, it's
Oh
into
yeah.
sushi, I guess Japanese stuff in general. And I was like, okay, I feel bad right now, but I will probably feel better come morning and I'll be okay. And sure enough, I was.
That's good.
Went over to there and destroyed that place. It was me, a lot of my family went as well. But we found out, I don't know if you've been to one of these places that has a rule like this, but they tell you that if you eat more than, or sorry, they tell you to only order what you'll eat because you're not allowed to take leftovers with you.
Mm.
And if you leave anything left over, the
They'll
rule that
charge
we
you
were
for it.
told, yeah, the rule that we were told is if there are more than 4 pieces left over, they charge you like $15.
Good lord.
So I was like, I found out that I knew that was a rule going into it. I didn't realize that the rule was 4 pieces, right?
Yeah.
And everybody else at the table really over ordered. I feel like I did okay. Like I ordered to my capacity,
Mhm.
but there were like 20 pieces left over. And everybody else at the table was going, I can't eat anymore. So me and my cousin, we just looked at each other and we're like, we're not paying 15 extra bucks. Eat food. And so we just
Yeah.
kept going.
Oh
It
my
kept
god.
going way past my maximum limit. And then my cousin he was making good progress as well. And I eventually had to tap out, but we made it down, right? We made it down to 3 pieces left. And then the waiter like comes back over and like reads our check, and he's like, look at the thing, going, "Wow, y'all got that down like a lot." And
And you're just like,
we, yeah. At that point, I was in a little shock because I had had some alcohol at the beginning
Oh
because I thought
no.
it would be helpful to like relax the stomach and let it stretch a little bit more.
Mhm.
And we found out at that point because somebody clarified the rule with the dude, and the rule was not actually, in fact, you need less than 4 pieces left. It's you need less than 4 pieces of any particular order
Of the same.
of the
It's like
same
you can't.
kind. So the
Oh
dragon rolls, right?
no.
It's like 8, 10 pieces. You would
Oh
only need 8.
no.
I think it was maybe 7 or less. So we were like, okay, we need 4 or less. So
Mhm.
you'd eat 3. There could only be 3 remaining. So we were like 4 or less. We'll make that work. We had it. We had 4 or less across the
Yeah.
board when we started the cleanup process, and just kept pushing through because we're like, we're not paying this
We
15
can't
extra
have
bucks.
4 or less. Or we have to
My
have 4 or
God.
less all together.
Exactly. Yeah. I
Dang.
think I was in the fetal position back at the house for probably 5 hours,
Oh no.
just like sipping water, going, "Don't throw up, don't throw up. You're gonna be okay. Just keep going." And
how many rolls do you think you had?
I estimated, well, okay, I can tell you that I ordered the try one of everything sushi thing. This was like mine, right? I wanted to try this. And it was just one of all of their sushis. Not like the crazy rolls with like sauce and stuff inside of them. These are like,
Yeah,
you know,
just
a
different
piece of
fillings and
fish.
such.
Yeah, piece of fish, some rice. And then a couple of them were like seaweed wrapped. It was like great. Very fresh, very refreshing, delicious. Everybody else at the table was ordering the kind that
The
have
crazy
sauces
stuff.
on top and
Yeah.
filled with all this random stuff, right? So mine alone, it was like a tray. I have a picture. I have a picture actually.
Hopefully we can actually see it.
I think you can. I think you can. Let me. Right.
Oh,
That's my
that's
little sushi tray.
nice.
So
That's
good.
beautiful.
It's
You have a
good
little
stuff.
charcuterie board.
Yes. Yeah. It was awesome. That was like I ate all that, right? And it was great. That was I think 21 rolls. 20.
Okay.
20 and a half because I split one with my cousin.
Mm.
So I had that, and then I also had like probably my own 10-piece extra that I ordered that looked pretty good. So already we're looking at 30 sushi that I ordered. The cleanup process, my camera reset again.
Oh, there he is.
The camera, no, sorry, not the camera, the sushis that I ate that everybody else ordered, probably like 10 more at least. Maybe we're looking at like 40 to 50 sushis, somewhere in that range. It was
40
a lot
to
of
50.
It was a lot of sushi.
Good lord. I think the most I've ever had in one sitting was like 20.
That would have been the smart move. Yeah. It was one of those. I'm not really finding out. I'm not really a big fan of those all-you-can-eat places.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Let's
kind of
see.
preferring the smaller meal that like really tastes awesome. I mean, they tasted great. It was great. But I also found out afterwards. So my grandma is not supposed to have salt, right? She's low sodium diet.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize sushi has a lot of salt.
Oh no.
A lot of salt. Like, so the average on a daily basis for everybody, right? 2,000 milligrams. That's what they recommend. My grandma's supposed to have 1,000 because she has like, she's medical problems.
Medical, yeah.
I estimated based on what I ate, which was fresh sushi, not the stuff with sauces and all this other stuff, probably 8,000 plus milligrams.
Jesus.
She was having the stuff that had sauces on it. So I was like, you're probably 10K, maybe more.
That's not good at all. We need to purge that.
There were 4 days where we were just watching her blood pressure climb up. She's like swelling because she can't handle salt really well. Dude, I could probably have a whole podcast where I just dish on my grandmother's medical problems. And that, it was intense. We were getting like real concerned. Closer to maybe Wednesday of this week, it was like this could be, well, because we didn't know that it was the salt that was doing it. Because we didn't realize like sushi was as salty. Yeah.
Good
but I
Lord.
I didn't even look because I punched it in my little like food tracker just for myself. Never scrolled down to the sodium content. And I was like, I wonder what could have caused this because I saw my own weight go up. I was like, well, I didn't eat that much. Sushi's pretty good calorie wise. It was the salt.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
1,000 milligrams worth of salt for me alone.
That's insane,
dude. Yeah. So that was those 2 days where it was just I had back to back the biggest meals I've eaten in years. It was miserable. It was great when I was eating it, and then I felt awful for much longer than I did while I was eating it.
Yeah.
No more. I'm not eating. I'm not doing that anymore.
I can say that like buffets or like all you can eats have definitely lost their appeal to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's because back when both, or I guess all three of us, me, Anthony, and Jacob were working together here, whenever Anthony would just get stressed out for lunch, we would just go to China Buffet.
Sure.
So the China Buffet in town, and that just became like our chill out spot. That's a place where they knew who we were when we came in. They knew what our drink order was, etc., etc.
That's great.
Yeah, because we went there so often.
I love that interaction. Bad to do that at a buffet though. That's scuff.
But over time, Um, over time, I've been eating less and less.
Hmm.
Lately, I've been eating more, but I think that's just because I'm eating more now.
Sure. Yeah.
Just because I think I'm also burning a lot of the energy that I've been consuming because of my job,
Nice.
which is cool.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so
Yeah.
beefy. I can show off my arms right now. Anyways,
Oh yeah. Show the armpits. Show armpit hair.
no,
They didn't shave that.
uh,
You could get a tattoo there. That'd be pretty sick.
I could just shave it.
Yeah. You could get a tattoo of armpit hair in your armpit.
Don't piss me off. But anyways, the more recent times we went, because we went earlier this week, I think it was Thursday,
Yeah.
and like I realized like before I could get just plate after plate after plate.
Hmm.
Nowadays, not nearly as much. The last
Yeah.
time we went on Thursday, 2 plates. And
Yeah.
I've got it down to a science. My first plate is like mostly proteins.
Nice.
It's gonna be rice noodles. I always get rice noodles, salmon, a slice of pizza, and
Hmm.
then other proteins. Because their
Pizza at a
pizzas, I
Chinese
like their
buffet?
pizza usually.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's like it tastes like DiGiorno. Um,
Why? Okay.
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You
And
know
then my
they make
second plate.
DiGiorno for you to take home
So
and
my
like cook
second
for
plate,
yourself. That's kind of the
yeah,
right thing.
for more expensive. Anyways,
What? No, 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 no.
let me finish. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
sorry.
Let me
Sorry,
finish.
let
Let me
him cook.
finish.
Let him cook.
Yeah,
Okay,
let
yeah,
me
please go.
cook.
Yep,
Let me
yep,
cook.
yep.
Something I don't do anymore. No. What are they doing?
Huh?
Sorry, my friends are popping off in Discord right now.
Oh,
Oh, because it's Luke's bachelor party. So they're grilling him right now.
they're in Discord? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, I
They're
wasn't able to
grilling
go
him
to his
like, what
bachelor
is he
party.
doing? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, sorry, please continue. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I
And
also
so
have a friend that is not having a bachelor party, but has gotten
getting married?
engaged. Hmm.
Yes. Uh, yeah, that first plate is like that. The second plate is always less. I
Yeah.
might get another slice of pizza if I'm feeling up to it. If not, I will get just fruit or like light things. If they have watermelon, I always get the watermelon. Yes, I am a stereotype, but it's always just so good and delectable every time,
I
and it's
take
very
offense that
refreshing.
you, as a black person, get to claim watermelon as your own. I like watermelon too.
Get away from me.
Probably as much, if not more than you.
Watch
Let's
your
have a
mouth.
watermelon off. Is that racist?
Yeah, it might be just a little bit racist.
Me versus you. Me versus you. We'll see who likes watermelon more.
Well, hold on. I gotta make sure I eat or I don't eat first when it happens. Because
That's
then I can
cheating.
maximize. No,
That's
no, it's
unfair.
not. John, you barely eat. You literally have a schedule where you eat at certain points and certain points not. I don't have
Yeah.
that.
Well, okay. Yeah.
So
But
don't talk to me like that.
all right. Okay. I see how it is. I'll just tell you we'll do it at noon and then just skip breakfast.
Oh, you ass. I skip breakfast every day.
There you go. Me too. I haven't. Well, technically, I did eat before this, and so did you. That was lunch, though. That was lunch.
I suppose.
Now we are at the hour, but I should say this before I forget. I don't know if you've met my friend, but he said I could tell anybody that it doesn't matter. My friend Colton has also gotten engaged as of like 2 weeks ago. It's pretty exciting.
When you came up here for ghost stories?
Boom. Yes. Yeah.
Was that
Ghost Hunter
Colton?
Extraordinaires. Yep.
Yeah,
He was one of
yeah.
the 3. Yeah.
Gotcha. I was also there.
Yeah. That video has
still
not
waiting
come
for
out
that.
yet.
Yeah.
Probably won't ever because it's. I've reviewed that footage like 3 times. It's not good. There's nothing there.
It would have been my debut, but whatever.
It's just us getting lost in the woods and then almost killing 2 young girls or something like that. 3 young. I think it was 2. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
We could have gotten away with murder out there. Could have blamed it on the goat
I don't
man.
think you should. Well, now we can't.
Hmm?
Look what you did. You just
can't get
exposed
away
the
with
whole
murder?
thing.
Yeah. They were underage. It would have been all right.
No. Okay. End it.
It would have been murder-suicide. It would have been fine.
I'm gone.
Huh? All right. Okay. I see how it is.